Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Poolside Chat. I'm Pastor Chris. I answered questions Saturday, just random questions. Let me go ahead and answer a couple more random questions I got. Usually what I'll do is I'll get a few questions of that are like a group. I answer them as a group, but I want to take some individual ones. Mosquitos or scorpions. What purpose did they have? I mean, why did God make them? Aren't they just evil? Aren't they like spawn of Satan? Great question. You know, in the beginning, going back to Genesis, back to the creation story. Remember when Adam and Eve put themselves on equal footing or above God, thought they knew better than God, pride. God cursed the ground, cursed the earth. It's called the curse of sin. And these mosquitoes, scorpions, what purpose do they serve? All they seem to do is want to cause disease and are really bad. It's the curse of sin. God cursed the earth through the disobedience of Adam and Eve. This is what we're living in. We can see, good gravy, we certainly can see the evil in this world, but we also see reflections of the beauty that God created. And I've said this before, peacock feathers, butterfly wings. Right now I have amaryllis blooming out here. You see the beauty, sunsets, sunrises. You see the majesty, the reflections of the goodness, the beauty, the glory of God. And that's through the curse. So, I'm work in science, medical field. I don't know the purpose, but I do know that the curse affected everything on this earth. And that's what I attribute it to. Great question. Great questions. I had one, Pastor Chris. Do you really think there's life after death? Do you really believe in heaven? And also, do you really believe in hell? Don't we just cease to exist? You talk about body, soul, and spirit, but that's not really true, is it? Yes, it is. Absolutely. We see that all through Scripture. We see that with the Witch of Endor in the Old Testament. We see that with, not Zacchaeus, with, can't think of his name. The beggar that went to glory, Abraham's bosom, and the rich man. There is life after death. Don't take a chance. There was it's called Pascal's postulate, or there's Pascal's postulate. He said, if there is no God and you follow God, you live right, you do good, you put others' needs before yourselves. Everything you do reflects the glory of God. You try to serve Him best you can, knowing that you live in forgiveness when you mess up, that you have grace and mercy. And you believe that and there is no God, then you lose nothing. But if you don't believe in God and do what you want, and after death you find out there is a God, then you lose everything. So not only through logic, but through life experience, through Scripture, yes, absolutely there's a heaven, absolutely there's a hell, absolutely there is life after death. It comes not from blind faith, but from evidentiary faith. It's a belief that is based in experience, experiential faith. Last question. Isn't it wrong to question, to doubt God, to doubt His goodness? Doesn't that get punishment, or doesn't that make God disappointed? Short answer is no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We say in the Old Testament with David, look in the Psalms, God, where are you? God, turn your face towards me. I'm talking to you. Listen to me. At some of his most desperate cries, boy, does he argue with God, yell at Him, demand. You can look in the New Testament. Look at John 3:16. In John chapter 3. That is nothing but one giant question. When, oh, my mind's gone blank today. Again. When Nicodemus comes to Jesus in John chapter 3 to ask him questions, to express doubts, of course, he engages him. He actually prods him a little bit. Moses, when God asked him to go lead the people out of Israel, Moses, he spends 3 chapters. No, I don't really want to. No, you got the wrong guy. No, I don't speak well. God, do you really know what you're doing? He encourages him. We see this all through Scripture. Doubt. John the Baptist, who God called the most holy man, the most righteous man ever. The last prophet is what Jesus called him. At the end of his life, he's in prison, waiting to be executed, to be beheaded. And he sends his disciples, his messengers, Jesus, and says, hey, are you really the Messiah? Really? Or is there another? And Jesus doesn't condemn him. He says, you tell John, look at the blind, just tell him, the blind see, the deaf hear, the lame walk, the mute speak. The evidence of Jesus is right before his eyes. But he doesn't condemn him. So, can you doubt? Absolutely. Can you question? Absolutely. Let me finish with something from the TV series House. There was a nun. And in this particular episode, she had some pain and couldn't get rid of it. Anyway, House, a medical mystery show. And the nun said she used to live a wild life. She was a wild child as a teenager, a young adult, till she came to God, joined a convent, became a nun. And she said, I hated God because things happened. I argued with God. I yelled at God. I didn't believe in God, and I doubted God. And then she came to realize, but I can't doubt someone that I don't believe in. So no, it is not wrong. Actually, there's everything right with it. Because it shows a belief. It shows a trust. It shows a relationship. And I see that from Scripture. And from House. Guys, I'm Pastor Chris. Keep the questions coming. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, at FL Compass Church. And also on Instagram, at FL Compass Church. Have a fantastic rest of the week, and we'll see you Saturday.